Welcome to this 15-minute beginner's yoga practice. This is truly a beginner's yoga practice. We will go slow, steady, and we will really take our time to be in the practice. So if you are new to yoga or you want to enhance the connection in yoga, this video is for you. So we will be moving through a couple of different poses. We will, like I say, go slow, but if you want to learn more and you want to take more time to go into your yoga practice and you want to learn more aside from this video, I have an online yoga beginners course that you can access. I will put the description and the link in below. So let's get going. So firstly, we're going to come into a cross-legged position, and if that's not comfortable for you, I need you to know that it's okay for you to just have your legs up straight. So for people who are new to yoga, we have built up a lot of tension in life and often we can't sit cross-legged. So if that is you, just come into a straight-legged position. And even if it's just cross-legged like this, it doesn't have to be all the way up here like this, okay? So just take whatever position is right for you. So we're just going to close our eyes and we're going to sit up nice and tall through the spine. And what I want you to do, I want you just to take a few big, deep breaths in and out. And it doesn't matter if it's through the nose or the mouth. Ideally, you want to breathe in through your nose. If you want to breathe out of your nose or mouth, that is okay. And as you take these few breaths, I just want you to soften the shoulders. We're just going to take two more. And taking these calming breaths at the beginning of our practice really just allows us to come onto the mat and focus all of our energy within and just leave everything else off the mat. And that is one of the beauties of yoga. So gently opening the eyes now and just take a little wiggle off. I also like to keep the yoga practice fun. I think there can be a lot of seriousness in yoga, and I want to help you connect with your body and really come into your body. So please let yourself have that free movement. Don't think that you have to look how I look. So we're going to come into a roll. So we're just going to lean to the left slightly through the hips and then come back and then around and over to the right. And then to the right knee, forward to the left knee, and then all the way back. Alright, so we're just moving through the hips here, bringing a bit of space into the body, a bit of movement into the body. Go at your own pace. This is really important for you to know. Try and keep your sit bones grounded into the ground. And then let's change direction. So really honouring the slow pace of the beginning of your journey. Creating as much space as you want to. Trying to keep the spine as lengthened as possible, not rounding through the spine. And then slowly come back into the center. We're now going to just give the neck a little bit of love. So I want you to raise your right hand and take your right hand to the outside of the left side of the head. We're just going to take a little gentle touch. We're going to rest the left hand on the left knee and relax the left shoulder. So here we're creating space in the side of the neck and the shoulder. And just take a few breaths. If you want to close your eyes, you can. You don't have to. And then gently let that hand slip now to the right side of the head and gently bring your head back to the center. Relax the right hand onto the right knee. And take the left hand up now. Take the left hand to the outside of the right side of the head. Relax the right shoulder and take the head over slightly to the left side. Just a gentle touch. Once you have arrived, take a few big deep breaths. We're really trying to relax that right shoulder, so just really letting it drop down. And just notice if you're holding any tension in your jaw and your face, and if you are, just relax. And then let the hand come to the outside of the left side of the head and come back to the center. We're going to release the arms and just take a little wiggle at the shoulders. So just releasing, noticing maybe that you were holding a bit of tension in your shoulders and your jaw. And how can we just soften a little? Just really let that go. Okay, we're going to let the legs come out if they are crossed, and if they are, then just leave them as they are. And we're just going to have a little shake off now. We're just shaking off the legs. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring the feet back in towards the body. Excuse me. We're going to take the right foot out to the right side. Bring the left foot in a little bit more, and then let both of the knees come down to the ground. And then use our hands to support us. And what we're going to do is we're going to move from side to side. Okay, so just pay attention to where your feet are and where your knees are. And what I want you to do is keep the feet in the same position in terms of where they're located, but we're going to turn the knees. So hands stay on the floor. Start to raise the knees up, but keep the feet where they are in terms of location, but they will go from the outside, and then the feet will be face down, and then we come over to the other side. So you will move off your mat slightly. And then I want you to continue doing that. So now moving from side to side. And just gently now moving through the hips. So we're just taking the time just to bring some love, space into those hips where we've been holding all of that tension, the emotional tension that we carry. I'm really trying to sit up tall as you twist as well. We'll take just a couple more, going as slow or as fast as you want. And maybe if you notice that you're going quite fast, a lot, what happens on the mat really shows us what's happening in life. And if you find yourself going quick, it's possible that you're moving quite quickly in life. So this is the beauty of yoga. It really is not just about the exercise on the mat. There is so much more, and this is why I'm so passionate about it. So we'll take one more, and then we will come back into the center. So we're actually going to now come onto our hands and knees. And what I want you to do is make sure that the knees and the hips are in line. And then we're going to place the hands down to the floor. And we want to make sure that the shoulders and the wrists are also in line. So some people may tend to come forward here slightly, and you can see then the shift in the body that happens. So just check yourself now, make sure that your hips are in line, and maybe you need to come up and just look down to the hips and the knees. That's okay, and then just adjust them. And just again check on those hands. If you've got a mirror that's near you, that's also handy, or a window, because you can check your reflection. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the belly is pulled in, so we're not dropping through the belly and the spine. And we're just going to stay in this nice tabletop position. So this, as I say, is called tabletop. And we want to make sure that we try to keep the head in line with the spine. So we don't want to be looking up, and we don't want to be dropping down. What we're going to do from here is we're going to move through what is called cat-cow. Okay? So we inhale, and as we inhale, we drop the belly. The shoulders pull back slightly, and the head rises. This is our cow. And then we exhale, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull up through the spine. So we're rounding through the spine, and naturally the head and the shoulders will move with the spine. This is our cat. So we're coming back into tabletop. So just come back into tabletop with me. And again, let's go again. So we drop the belly, inhale, rise up with the head and the shoulders. And as we exhale, we round through the spine. And the head and the shoulders come with. Inhaling, coming back, dropping the belly down again. But we're not dropping just the belly, we're moving it through the spine. The advice of dropping the belly is just to help you see where the body moves. the focus must be in moving through the spine. We exhale as we round through the spine, and we inhale as we release the spine and drop it down. Okay, so just feel into that now, move through that. Maybe there is some feeling that you want to create a bit more movement. And like I said, for me, my practices aren't about being stagnant and robotic. I really want to encourage people for that free movement. So if you're moving through this and you really feel like you want to move a little more because the body is telling you that it wants to create space or something needs to be stretched, please do it. It's really important that we know that it's not about what is right and wrong, it's about what feels good for us. And we know once we start to do more yoga, we know our bodies more. And we'll take one more. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back into our tabletop position. And from here, we're going to move into a child's pose. So we're going to take the knees out wide. So to the outer edges of the mat. And maybe bring the feet together. And then we're going to slowly push through the hands and send the bum back towards the heels. Here we can walk the hands out a little further, nice and gently lower the head and the chest towards the floor. Here we're going to just take a few big deep breaths, and we're really going to try to relax the hips and the sit bones down towards the heels. Now you may be up here, and that is okay. Remember that this is a beginner's yoga, and you are going to be wherever you're going to be, in wherever you are in your journey. So it's really important that you don't watch videos or take part in things and think that you have to look like everyone else. So it's really about just honouring where you are and how you feel. So just taking a few big deep breaths here. And then we're going to slowly now come out of this pose. What we're going to do is we're going to use the hands and bring them a bit closer to our head, and then start to create a bit of pressure and push into the hands, rising up through the head and the spine, but walking the hands closer towards us as we rise. When we get into a place where we feel comfortable to bring the knees in, we're going to bring the knees in. And then we're going to slowly come back into our seated position. So again, if you want to have the legs in front of you, you can. If not, you can bring them into a cross-legged position. We're going to move through just some side stretches to finish. So placing the sit bones down, we're going to raise the right hand up to the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are. Place the left hand down to the floor and just take a lean out to the left side, but we're not leaning through the body like this. I want you just to allow the arms to come over the head. And naturally, there's just going to be a really nice stretch in the side body here. Maybe you can walk your hand out a little further. Maybe not. Maybe it's just okay here. And maybe when you're here, you can feel a bit of tension and pressure in your shoulder. So maybe you just come here with the arm and just work on opening up your shoulders. A lot of people are internally rotated through their shoulders, where either they're walking with their head down or they're on their phone a lot or laptop. So just really taking the time to just see where you are and work with where you are. And then slowly coming back to the center, we're going to change sides. So hand comes back down, the right hand, comes down to the floor, and then taking the left hand up and taking a little lean over to the right side. You might notice that one side feels different. Maybe this shoulder is more open, or maybe it's more closed. And just using that observation to bring a deeper awareness to yourself and your body. Taking a few easy breaths and just noticing how the body moves a little more as we relax with the breath. Noticing that tension in the shoulder if there is any, or the neck. and then come back into the center. We're going to release the legs, take a little shake off, and take a little shake off with the arms. Maybe just a little rotation through the head. You can find my words then. And maybe we take the rotation in the other way. And that is the end of our practice. So a nice short practice to just bring you into and onto the mat, and I mean into your body and onto the mat. And like I said, I have a beginner's course, so if you would like to join, it is £33 English pounds. The link is below, so please message me if you have any questions or anything. Just please contact me in the comments below and we can connect. I will be posting lots of other beginners yoga videos, so please check them out. Please subscribe, comment, and share with anyone who you know wants to start their yoga journey, but actually truly wants a beginner's practice, not a practice that is very rushed or very intense for you. So thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.